Well, Sharon, at this point, we're starting to cool down. That's good news for the fire lines right there. But as we get a look outside right now from our Saddle Peak camera, actually looking at a little less cloud cover, even though we are expecting cloudier conditions along the coast for tomorrow. Take a look right here that we are dealing with some low cloud cover, but it's not making that push inland at this point, not like it did the last couple of days, but we've still got a few hours to go before we see that. You'll see temperature-wise right now, we're in the 60s. There's a few 70s out there as well. 76 in Palmdale, 60 in Valencia, 65 in downtown, and 66 currently in San Pedro. Taking you down to the Orange County coastline, you're going to see Laguna Beach. You're currently at 66 degrees. So earlier today, we made it to 73. We were a few degrees below average for this time of year. Average is about 78, and record numbers 100 degrees. So didn't get anywhere close to that and not getting anywhere close to that for the next couple of days. But we will show you where we're going to get coming up in your 5-day forecast in just a little bit. Back to you.
True.
Beautiful.
Right. It's perfect.
We'll have to go out on, you know,
our lunch break.
We should walk to lunch. The problem is we got to walk like a half mile just to get out of the
lot is
lot.
Quite large. So,
very true.
Yes.
Anyway, it was a really nice day today for the parade.
Yeah,
beautiful.
gorgeous.
And then hopefully it'll stay that way for the rest of the weekend.
The weekend,
right?
yes, it's almost Friday, so we can talk about the weekend now. So usually it's that Thursday mark where we start talking weekend. Well, sometimes we start on Monday. It really it just depends on the week. But we can start talking weekend, and it's an important weekend. We've got Father's Day coming up on Sunday. Right. So for all you dads out there, we made it to 73 degrees. That was for downtown. Average is 78. So we were a few degrees below average for this time of year, and we're going to continue to stay below average over the next 24 hours. 60s, and again, we are waking up to pretty cloudy conditions, especially in the basin and along the coast and into some of our inland valleys as well. And for the afternoon hours, well, we're in the 70s for tomorrow. That's going to be for downtown 73, Santa Monica 67, Palmdale 91, and Woodland Hills, you're getting up to about 82 degrees as we head into tomorrow afternoon. So you'll see that onshore flow starting to kick in, and with that we're going to see cooler temperatures. But by cooler, we're talking low 80s into our inland spots, upper 60s at the coast as we just mentioned. And you'll see cooler temperatures really lasting through, well, tomorrow and Saturday. Coastal clouds and fog starting to span into some of our inland valleys and of course into the basin as well. But we are expecting a warm up on the way as we head into the second part of your weekend and to part of next week. So with that, why don't we go ahead and look at your extended forecast, your 5-day forecast showing you the pattern for the valleys in the Inland Empire. Partly cloudy with a mix of clouds and sun by your Saturday, and by your Sunday, well, just in time for Father's Day, we are hitting 90 degrees. Monday and Tuesday, warm temperatures, 90, 89, staying warm and actually expecting more sunshine as we head into next week. For the basin in Orange County, mostly sunny skies next week. Until then, we're gradually warming it up. Low 70s turning to high 70s by your Saturday, by your Father's Day, keeping things much the same by your Monday, and still looking at a few clouds and, well, upper 70s by your Tuesday. We're going to show you what it looks like at the coast. Maybe some of you are planning on taking Dad to the beach. Well, we'll have that forecast coming up in just a little bit. Back to you. That looks like fun. And we're taking you outside right now. The low cloud cover rolling in fast. And with that, expecting cool forecasts, but not for long. We'll have your full forecast coming up in just a bit.
What's happening this weekend, Evelyn? We should say, yeah.
Yep, we can say the weekend. Yeah, Father's Day's on Sunday. We've got pretty good weather for all you dads. I hope you like the warmer weather. Dad usually does. Well, depends on the dad, right? Well, we'll have your Father's Day forecast in just a minute. We're going to take you outside right now to Long Beach, and as we do, you'll see a bit of cloud cover out there, a little bit of blue sky, gorgeous sunset. Well, the sun already set, but still seeing a little bit of daylight out there at the moment. You'll see a little bit of cloud cover along the coast as well. That's going to continue to spread inland. In fact, already starting to make its way through the basin and eventually possibly into some of our inland valleys. Temperatures out there right now, 60s, a few 70s in the high desert, 74 in Palmdale. Malibu, you're at 62, and earlier today downtown, you got up to 73 degrees. Average is 78. So we're a few degrees below average, and we're looking at a very similar forecast tomorrow, expecting cloud cover into the overnight and morning hours, especially along the coast and the basin. More clearing by the afternoon, with the exception of the coast. Looks like we will see a mostly cloudy day there. Speaking of Santa Monica, you're getting up to 67 tomorrow. You'll see Palmdale getting up to 91, Woodland Hills 82, downtown, as we mentioned, getting up to 73. And Anaheim, if you want to check out Disneyland, the new ride there we were just talking about, 74 for you. So your weather headline showing you that onshore flow, it's starting to kick in, and with that, we're expecting cooler temperatures over the next couple of days, and eventually we're going to pump temperatures back up again. We'll tell you when in a minute. You'll see coastal clouds and fog. That's still the case overnight and morning, low clouds and fog with a warm up in store as we head into, well, the second part of your weekend. So we'll have that in your 5-day. Take a look right here. Futurecast, though, set for the overnight hours. There's that fog really starting to make a push into our inland spots as we carry on through the early morning hours tomorrow. Maybe a little bit of drizzle produced from that fog even by 6:30 tomorrow morning. Same thing goes. It's starting to recede back toward the coastline by 9 o'clock. Won't see some clearing until lunchtime. For the basin by the coast, though, that's where we could stay pretty socked in. You'll see 70s tomorrow, upper 70s by your Saturday. By your Sunday, by Father's Day, we are expecting upper 70s and a warmer forecast for the coast. As promised, there you go. Upper 60s turning to low 70s by the weekend and the beginning of next week. Rob and Sharon, back to you. There, Sylvia. Yes, the weekend is getting closer and closer. And do you know what that means? Well, Father's Day is getting closer and closer as well. So we've got that Father's Day forecast coming up for you. First, we're taking you outside to Long Beach this evening, where we are dealing with some cloud cover out there. And we're also actually dealing with a little less of it in some spots. We're not seeing a lot of it on radar, but some of it is starting to make its way into the basin. And it's going to continue to do that even into our inland valleys into the overnight hours. So overnight, morning, low clouds and fog, and then a little bit of clearing by the afternoon, with the exception of the coast. Looks like we're going to stay pretty socked in as we head to tomorrow. Temperatures in the 60s, a few 70s out there. 61 in Valencia, 64 in downtown, 74 in Palmdale, 61 in Laguna Beach. Earlier today, we made it to 73. Average is 78, so we were a few degrees below average for this time of year, and we're going to stay that way as we head to the next 24 hours. 60s, mid-60s, and by the afternoon, we are in the 70s. 73 for you in downtown tomorrow. Santa Monica 67, Anaheim 74, Riverside 81, and Woodland Hills, you're getting up to about 82 degrees as we head to tomorrow afternoon. So again, your weather headlines really just recapping that onshore flow is going to continue for the next couple of days. Cooler temperatures still on our side at this point, and then low clouds and fog still in the forecast, especially along the coast and in the basin. As we head toward the weekend, though, that's when things are eventually going to start to change. And by change, we're actually talking a little bit of a warm-up coming up as we head again toward the second part of the weekend and the beginning of next week. So we're going to break down all the numbers coming up for you in your 5-day forecasts in just a little bit. And of course, we're going to have the scoop on your Father's Day forecast. And if you're celebrating, well, inland or at the coast or in the basin, we're going to have all those numbers. So don't go away. Lena and Sylvia, back to you.
All right, that's for Father's Day.
Exactly. Well, yeah, we've got a pretty nice. We're going to break down exactly what to expect, especially while the microclimates are going to kick in. So depending on where you are for Father's Day, that's all coming up in just a little bit. But first, we're taking you outside to LAX and take a look right here. You're going to see the pylons lighting up in green. A little bit of fog out there this evening, and temperatures quite mild. We're currently in the 60s, 61 degrees, and that's right here at the Broadcast Center in Studio City. So that onshore flow is continuing to pick up, and with that, we're looking at cooler temperatures, coastal clouds and fog. That's still the drill over the next couple of days. We're seeing clearing in the basin, of course, our inland spots as well, but looks like the coast is going to remain socked in at least for the next day or two. We are expecting some warming ahead, so of course we're going to have that warm up coming up for you in just a minute. But first, want to take you through Futurecast. You're going to see by 1 o'clock in the morning some of that fog already making its way. Right now, it's actually making its way into and then eventually making its way into our inland valleys. And by 3 in the morning, well, not only are we looking at widespread fog, but we're looking at a chance of drizzle. The light green on your screen indicating just that. As you look at the legend right here, you'll see just light green indicating light drizzle. Nothing heavy. It's really just drizzle produced from the low cloud cover out there. Can't really call it rain. By 6:30 tomorrow morning, we're still looking at a little bit of drizzle right around that morning commute. Maybe seeing a few drops. Might have to use those windshield wipers, especially if you happen to be along the coast, commuting along the 10 right there, 405 closer to the coast, or even PCH first thing in the morning. By 9 in the morning, you're going to see, well, cloudier conditions. They're going to start to recede back to the coast. The clouds receding back to the coast just a little bit. And by 11 a.m., a little more clearing. And later in the day, well, we're going to see clearer conditions for the basin and for, again, our valleys as well. Low clouds in the morning, little more sunshine by the afternoon, warming it up by Saturday and keeping it warm for Father's Day. By Sunday, we're expecting upper 70s, and same thing goes by your Monday and your Tuesday as well. For the coast, upper 60s, turning to about 70 on Saturday. By Sunday, a little warmer and keeping things warm at the coast. By Monday, still expecting clouds and sun in the forecast, though, through your Tuesday. Lena and Sylvia, back to you.
All right.
And here at home, we're actually expecting a bit of a cool down. We'll have more in your forecast and your Father's Day forecast coming right up.
You forget about how warm it is in the inland areas because
other
here
places
it hasn't been too terribly hot, but you really have that difference in temperatures.
Exactly, especially this time of month and this time of year even, because you know the microclimates are kicking in and it's 15, 20 degrees cooler at the coast.
That's always incredible.
Yeah, it's amazing how it works. And people say we don't have weather here in California. Well, most of the country, they don't have microclimates like we do. It's something very special here in Southern California and most of California and the West Coast as well. So let's get a look at those temperatures. Let's get a look at those 61. San Pedro 62. Over to downtown, you're at 64. Palmdale, a little warmer at 72 degrees. Valencia at 60. Earlier today, we made it to 73 in downtown. Average is 78. So we were a few degrees below average for this time of year. And we're looking at a very similar forecast number-wise as we head into the next 24 hours. Santa Monica tomorrow getting up to 67, Anaheim 74, Riverside 81, and Woodland Hills you're getting up to about 82 degrees as we head into tomorrow afternoon. So take a look at the difference. 67 at the coast, 90s even in, well, the high desert, 80s into our inland spots. So that onshore flow really starting to kick in, and as it does, again, the low cloud cover really starting to stream in. Cooler temperatures still a factor across the board over the next couple of days, and then as we head toward the weekend, a ridge of high pressure is going to build into Southern California, and we are expecting some warming just in time for Father's Day. So if you want to take Dad outside, sailing, golfing, whatever Dad likes to do, going to the beach, it's going to be a pretty nice forecast. So we've got that extended weekend forecast in just a minute. You'll see right here on FutureCast. Set for 1 a.m., we are expecting cloudy conditions to span into our inland spots. Then looking at a little bit of drizzle produced from all of the thick cloud cover we're expecting out there by 6:30 in the morning. Looks like we could see some drizzle over the Santa Monica Bay, and take a look right there, maybe over the Orange County coastline. We could potentially see a few drops. Then that cloud cover recedes back toward the coast by 11 o'clock. Well, still cloudy at the coast, but starting to see sunshine elsewhere. And later in the afternoon, well, we're expecting a bit of clouds, bit of sun, even into our inland spots. Take a look for the valleys of the Inland Empire. Partly sunny tomorrow, clouds and sun by your Saturday. By Sunday for your Father's Day, we're expecting mostly sunny skies, and we're looking at temperatures in the 90s, 90 degrees as well on Monday, and keeping things quite warm for your Tuesday. For the basin in Orange County, 70s turning to upper 70s this weekend. So by Sunday, by Father's Day, we're expecting upper 70s. And for the coast, you'll see right here, mostly cloudy, mild temperatures by your Saturday, and keeping temperatures quite mild to even warm as we head into your Sunday, Monday, and your Tuesday. Lena and Sylvia, back to you.
All right.
And we're getting a look outside right now, looking at low clouds and, well, maybe a warm-up in store along the way. We'll have your full forecast coming up.
All right, Evelyn, and
hopefully that'll be just as exciting. Hey guys, yeah, we've got a great forecast to talk about. We've also got Father's Day coming along this weekend, so we're gonna have more on that coming up in just a minute. But first, we are taking you outside to the Santa Monica Pier. A little bit of cloud cover out there, temperatures in the 60s, 62 degrees. That's right here at the Broadcast Center in Studio City, also looking at 60s at the coast. So speaking of the coast, the fog is starting to roll in. Take a look at sitting along the coast, making a push into the basin, making a push into some of our inland valleys, and waking up to pretty gloomy conditions. Temperatures out there right now, 50s, 60s, 70 degrees in Palmdale, 62 Riverside, and well, earlier today downtown, we got up to 73. Gorgeous day for the parade earlier today. Hope you enjoyed it if you were out there or if you were watching on TV. Over the next 24 hours, 60s, more 60s, and by the afternoon, we're up to about 73 degrees under mostly to partly sunny skies. That's going to be for downtown. Santa Monica 67, Palmdale 91, Woodland Hills, you're getting up to about 82 degrees. So it's going to be a little cooler tomorrow. Again, we are expecting that onshore flow to really remain intact, and as a result, we're going to see the cooler temperatures. Overnight morning low clouds and fog continue over the next couple of days, and with that, maybe even looking at a little bit of drizzle in the forecast into the overnight morning hours, especially along the coast. And there we go. We are expecting some warming ahead. And, well, what about Father's Day? It does look like we have a warmer forecast for you. So for the dads, upper 70s in the basin in Orange County. If you plan on spending Father's Day in, well, the basin in Orange County. I'll be down in Orange County. All right, Monday, Tuesday, mostly sunny skies, a few clouds. For the coast, mostly cloudy, mild temperatures. Then, if you plan on taking Dad to the beach, how about that? 71 degrees at the coast with a little bit of cloud cover, a little bit of sunshine, so not too shabby. And one more 5-day forecast for you for the valleys in the Inland Empire. Dad, if you like it, 90, there you go. Then we're keeping things that way as we head to Monday and Tuesday. Until then, 80s under mostly to partly cloudy skies. Back to you.